Beyond technical. Competitive gaming.
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Beyond Technical. Here, let me get this out of the way for a second. And I will be doing a League of Legends match for you today. I've actually got work in a couple of hours, so I apologize for not pumping out a bunch of videos lately, but I've been a little bit busy. I'm going to continue to try and stay on a decent release schedule for the upcoming next chunk of time. So, anyways, without further ado, you might notice something a little bit different for people who like watching my videos for League. Oh, and for people who like watching my other videos, I will be attending Toryukin this weekend, which is a Toronto-based EVO seeded tournament. So watch that on, I believe, Team Spooky is going to be streaming it. I'm not 100% sure on that. It might just be the guys at ANC Games. So check that out. Anyways, that's enough of Street Fighter plug. Back to League. So what you're going to notice here is I've been trying to, or the reason I decided to do a video is because I thought it would be kind of cool to explain a bit of a change that I've made. Now, I've been trying to go up in ELO, and that has been my goal over the last little bit, so I decided to take a hit, which basically meant that I played myself all the way down to Gold 5 again. So I dropped right down to the bottom, and it really sucked, because I was, you know, like really as low as I can get again. And the reason I took this hit is because I was trying out a bunch of new heroes and a bunch of different roles, and I tried, you know, playing middle, I tried playing jungle, I tried playing support. I just gave everything a shot real quick, and I just tanked points while I did it because I wasn't very comfortable with those characters. So I apologize to anybody who actually had to play with me during that time, but it really sucked. Then I finally found out what I was a little bit more comfortable with, and I tried playing some tanks. And I'm actually really, really enjoying that. So that's basically what I'm going to be talking about today as I play through the game. Now, I play a lot of Nasus lately. So, whoa, easy there, thing. There, look, I'm back. The other thing you might notice is that I am significantly higher than before. My keyboard tray actually just fell off, which was super fun. So I had to kind of deal with that. So I'm just going to do what I normally do, I suppose, and talk as we go. So it looks like I'm probably fighting a Jax, which means I'm going to want a cloth armor, 5 pots. This is a recent video, so the 5 potions is your limit now. You can't buy any more than that. And I'm just going to talk about the stuff that I do to try and win the game from top lane. Now, I dropped all the way to Gold 5. What I've done since I've found my role and I've found a character that I enjoy playing is I've climbed all the way back up, just solo queuing. I think I played with a friend a couple of games, but 99% solo queue, and it's only been like 2 or 3 days, and almost every day I've climbed an entire division. So I've gone from Gold 5 to Gold 4, and then in one day, then Gold 3 the next day, then I'm up to Gold 2 now. Unfortunately, work has gotten in the way, so I've stopped going up by an entire division every day. But I've got a little bit of time this morning for a game, and so I thought, why not comment on what I'm doing to try and turn everything around. So, let's just cover team comps quickly because it's always important to think about that. I'm getting a little bit of frame delay, so I'm just going to tab that out, and there we go. So, we got 20 seconds, so I need to get over here, and we got a little bit of stuff going on here. So they have a lot of tanks: Udyr, Jax, Alistar, and they have Draven and Eve for damage output, which is actually going to be pretty solid damage. Eve has the issue of being melee, so we can probably drop her pretty quickly, and Nasus's Wither is, even though it recently got nerfed, still very strong against Eve's. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up an extra Wolf, because that gives me just an extra 3 damage on my Siphon Strike, which, why not? My teammates don't need me over there to do anything, so that's going to kind of give me a little bit of a boost. And in terms of our team comp, we have Rammus and I for tanks, Blitzcrank for a good initiation, and Blitzcrank Graves is a pretty strong lane. Now, I know I saw a bunch of them down here, so I'm not expecting to get ganked right now, although this Jax is going to just destroy me in lane for quite a while. I haven't fought a lot of Jaxes, actually, as Nasus, so I'm not super comfortable with this kind of matchup, but it's kind of neat that you can kind of learn the specific matchups as you go when you play top lane. So my goal is basically to Q farm. I don't really, I mean, I care about CS, but if I can make it a Q, I would much rather do that than just a plain old auto attack. So I'm taking a bit of damage now. Again, I'm going to keep trying to get these Q strikes off. I'm getting a little bit of lag. 91 ping's a little bit high, but whatever. So I'm going to pick up Wither second, so that if Jax tries to chase me down, or if I get ganked by their jungle, I can do something about it. Looks like our jungle picked up first blood, so that's going to be nice. And if he jumps in, then I can punish him with using a little bit of mana. So you see, he actually took more damage than me. I miss out on the Q farming a little bit, but it's kind of worth it to just teach them that you can't just dive me over and over. The problem with Nasus is you get into this habit of just farming your Q, and people just harass you every single time you go for last hit because they know that you're not going to hit them. So I like to give just a little bit of pressure so they realize, like, okay, Nasus can do some damage. I am in danger, even though Nasus has like the weak, or the, what the, whatever. Still getting a little bit used to this Nasus thing. So there we go. This is why we wither. Look at that, all the way to the turret. Totally gonna be safe and not die. And I got a Rammus coming in with a taunt. Oh, he missed his ball thing. So, you know, this fight I don't like because Rammus is kind of weak, Udyr's kind of strong, and I'm kind of weak. So just gonna let them push us off here. And the thing about Nasus is, I roll double potion's good. This sucks. Being right here is super dangerous. You don't really get to, I don't start with a vision ward very often. So what I like fighting against is heroes that push the lane, because right now I'm going to get shoved off and miss a ton of CS, which really sucks. But it's too risky. Udyr could still be sitting right here, so I can't go in too much. I'll pick up what I can, and his lifesteal is really nice to sustain him and keep him in lane. But like, I don't want to poke for that right now, because Jax can jump on my head and do a ton of damage, and the Udyr can do that too, which is exactly what's happening. So I'm just going to run this way, because they're going to kill me if I don't. Oh, come on, really? As I'm saying, it's dangerous. I get killed with the danger. Alright, whatever, it happens. Nasus has about the weakest early game ever, and thank you Riot Games for nerfing his level 1 Wither, because that is really what he needed. I admit Wither is 95% is a little bit heavy, but at 50%, I don't agree that it's too strong at all. So Nasus already had one of the weakest early games possible. I really don't think they should have changed his level 1 Wither. It's just made it really tough to lane on Nasus. But, so that's how life goes, so that you get what you get. Alright, so now I need to recover because he got a jungle gank. Luckily, jungle gank won't put him too far ahead as if he solo killed me. Solo kill basically gives him almost an entire level on you, which is insanely difficult to recover from. Now I don't want these creeps to get on the turret, but my Q, I'm not high enough level to Q farm everything, so let's try and hold them off if I can. Come on, pathing. Oh my god. It's just like not going my way. Okay, so I've been missing top long enough. I should have called that a while ago. And so I'm going to try and hit these creeps just a little bit, get them off of the turret. Damn it, I'm just missing Qs left, right, and center. See, I'm only stacked at 30 right now, which is not very good. And this Jax is definitely in position. Since he got that early kill on me and his jungle successfully killed me, it's going to put me in a really weak spot. Nasus is already probably going to lose this lane, and then losing a kill is just astronomically bad. But again, I'm worried about my Q farm. That's all you need to really do on Nasus in the very beginning, is get your Q built up and try to not die. So I'm not doing very well at the second part, but whatever. Jax is actually a... This is really annoying. I don't think I can play Nasus in the early game and not just sigh the entire time. It's such a frustrating champion, but he gets so fun later on, and he's really good at influencing games. And this is not cool at all. Please don't kill me again. See, now this sucks. This is the worst thing for Nasus. He has a very weak early game, and then I'm getting camped, which is brutal. Now Rammus, unfortunately for me, is a pretty useless early game jungle champion. So I'm gonna try and get this guy off my turret. Oh, they're probably gonna kill me then. No, I got ulti, so that was lucky for me. Now I didn't want to go in on them because they have double stun, which can basically turn around a fight on me anytime. And I want to stay here for now because I still haven't actually gotten a chance to plant this ward, so I don't know where they are. I still need to be careful. They could come in for round 2 of that, but I think they've learned their lesson for now, and they're just going to give me a little bit of space. This Jax wants to hit me, you can tell. Yeah, he got one shot off there. Oh my god, it's so fucking annoying. Alright, so I'm just going to back and play it safe because I still can't plant this ward. I can't go up here to put a ward down. I can't run into the river to check. So I'm going to get some boots and some more potions. And that should keep me going. I'm falling behind here. Now, this is something you don't want when you're playing top lane. Top lane, again, it's really new to me, so I'm just trying to tell you what I've learned so far. But the best thing you can do is shove your turret and go start helping other lanes. If you want to influence an entire game, you can win your lane and another lane by playing something like top. This is why I've stopped playing AD carry, because it's extremely difficult to win your lane. Unless you're duo queuing with a support every game. If you duo queue with a support, it's a lot easier because you have two organized players playing together. But if you can't count on your support every game, then you have that randomized factor. You can't count on your enemies to be bad every game, so you have that randomized factor. And then jungles can come in. So there's like potentially 3 heroes jumping around doing stuff in bottom lane. Whereas in top lane, you're really only probably going to have 2 heroes or 2 champions to worry about. So it's a little bit better. I really wish they weren't doing construction outside so I could open my window while I'm doing the recording. This is insanely hot in here. Alright, so the reason that I'm Q farming is because Nasus, actually, with his level 6, he does a lot of damage. Okay, so this Jax is... every 3rd attack is going to hit me pretty hard. But, as you see, if I ultimate... yeah, now he just jumps away. This is the problem with Jax. Jax is a really good laner against Nasus because he can just hippity hop away. And this Udyr is back again. I know, I am personally very shocked. That's why I get the Sapphire Crystal early on, so I can spam a lot of slows and everything. So this Ahri's coming up. She wants to gank this guy, but we're not going to get him. We're going to get him. Oh, she missed everything even though he's with her. And you get what you get. It's nice that somebody finally came and tried to give me a hand, though. Yes. This Udyr camp is just really frustrating. I don't know why they're camping me so hard. But let's get that push onto the turret so I can bounce this lane around. Oh good, yeah, Jax has teleport. Wouldn't want him to lose any experience. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to get either one or two things. I want to get my Sheen or I want to get my the additional armor, which is a chain vest. So I can't quite afford either one, so I'm going to get the next piece of the Sheen. Once you get the Sheen, you hit really hard on Nasus with his Q. I've stacked up to 75 already in 10 minutes, which is actually quite bad, but you can probably tell from this game. I'm getting camped really heavily. The other thing too is, a lot of people say, oh, I'm getting camped, there's nothing I can do. It's not entirely true. I got killed once and that was my fault. I said it was risky to go up here and then I went up here anyways. But, oh, please don't die middle. I'm getting camped and I'm not dying. They're definitely stronger than me, but I'm saving my ghost, I'm getting out of there, and I'm trying to play safe. I'm keeping that river ward up so I can see when he's coming. So, I'm trying to do what I can. Oh my god, not again. See, I don't want to leave. I want to be farming that big minion right now, but I need to go help this. This is not going to work anyways, so it's a complete waste of time. But I can pick up a kill. No way. Got it. And now because of that taunt, I'm going to get this slow off. And we're going to maybe get a double out of this. Nice. So I guess that was a little bit better than a big minion. That might help a little bit. Let me get my farm on. So the other thing too is my goal here is I want to knock this turret down. I want to take that advantage, and I want to press on. Now the nice thing is, because this Udyr's been camping me the whole game, he hasn't been camping everybody else, which actually ties up a lot of his time. You can't really influence every lane on jungle, but you can pick 2 and sort of do some good work. So I've got a blue, which means my cooldowns are going to be a little lower on my Q, and it means I'm going to do a lot of damage to this turret right now. So if I keep punching this stuff down, and I focus on knocking this thing over, which I don't really want to do just yet personally because I want to get a little bit more fed, but it'll be better for my team if I do. So I want to knock this tower down because everyone gets a lot of money when I knock a turret down. And I just want that minion. I think I can finish this turret no matter what. And there's the stun. And here comes the Udyr again. As you can see, I know he wants blood basically. Yeah, I'm getting myself trapped by going there. Okay, so now because I've got that turret down, this Jax can take a little while before he can push it over to my turret. So what I want to do now is knock down this turret, which Ahri's already kind of working on. At the same time, you'll see that a lot of winning a lane is extremely infectious. Because their jungle is camping top, for example, our jungle can spend more time with bottom and kind of push that lane. And because he's not having to worry about me because I'm winning anyways, I mean, he came up and he helped me get a quick kill. That was great. But he doesn't need to be constantly trying to babysit me. So Jax is starting to get this top lane push, so I don't want to lose my turret, or that's going to let their whole team catch up. So again, part of winning the lane is not only have I tied up their jungle, but I've also captured the tower, which has given everybody on my team a bunch of gold, so that helps out a lot, surprisingly, in lanes. Getting a couple turrets early on can bring you back from a pretty heavy deficit. And it also means that I'm probably going to come out of this lane pretty strong, which is nice, because when we go to the team fight time, every champion is going to influence things, so I'm going to influence things a little bit more than the Jax will, because of my strong farm. And you can see how badly I was getting stomped, but with Nasus it's very important to just be passive and wait it out, and then now I've taken my advantage. So now I'm ahead of him, which means I can just straight up fight him anytime I want, which is super nice as well. I like that a lot better in top lane. Oh, see, I should have gotten that catapult minion, that's my bad. I like that about top lane, because in top lane, you know what, let's shove this one more wave, because I don't see their Rammus, but I don't think I'm going to have too much problem. In top lane, I can 1v1 somebody whenever I get fed. In bottom lane, even if you're up 2 kills, you can beat their AD carry any day of the week, but try beating their... why is he being so aggressive on me? I feel like the Udyr's coming. In bottom lane, even if you're up a kill, you still need your support to make the play, so you can't necessarily take the advantage until you're really far ahead down there. Alright, so I want to get more armor and more mana, which basically gives me everything I need, and now I've got that sheen I was talking about. Ooh, ward. Almost forgot a ward. Alright, so everybody seems to be doing pretty well, which means I don't need to worry too much. The worst player on our team right now is the Ahri at a 1-1 and the Graves at a 1-1, but Graves has 2 assists. Ahri's got a good CS, everybody's going pretty well. My CS is kind of rough, which again happens because of how badly I was camped. And you see that Jax was just cutting down there. Now I don't have a ward, so I can't see him right now, so I do double ping, so they know where he's coming from and what I'm pinging. Because you just ping once with a V in middle, they might think you're talking about the Udyr. So I want to like really make sure that people know what's going on. And I use a lot of pings to do that. It's surprising, like if you use directional pings, how much you can affect things with that. The other trick that I've learned that I think is really just, I don't know, it's very self-explanatory, but it's surprising how much of an effect it has, is mute people. I am muting people like every game now, and it's just amazing how much better I'm doing. It's really easy to win when you don't type anything, because typing is time-consuming, and believe it or not, this game actually has a pretty high APM. Every CS you miss is, even just talking, I'm definitely lowering what I'm capable of. Okay, now I'm a little bit out of position for this, because they're going to push into Dragon. Hopefully somebody else can kind of put a little bit of prevention on. I should have just kept pushing top at this point, but maybe my teammates will go in afterwards or something. Problem is they could push that Dragon because the Graves was down. If the Graves wasn't down, I would have been able to show up in time to help after they kind of put a little bit of prevention on it. I could have been in a little better position though. But at least I've got my top lane shoving up that turret. See, that's why I should have gone with that, because with their whole team down here, I could easily know that that's safe. And, yoink. And I could have pushed and knocked that turret down, which would have basically made up for the dragon money by having another turret down in top lane. So that was my bad. I was out of position, and then I made the wrong call with my positioning. But it's not super important right now. It's just little stuff like that you want to recognize and then work on. Okay, so a little bit of different talking than in bot lane, where I'm kind of like flicking the minimap over and over and trying to like be all panicky about everything. In top lane you get a little less vision, so you don't, I guess, stare at the minimap as often, but you still want to try and be checking the map so you can see where everything else is. So right now I know the Jax is top. I think the Udyr is somewhere in their jungle or their base, and I'm not really sure where the Eve is. Yeah, see, he's coming from their jungle base area. And then with Nasus, I can kind of be a little bit riskier than I was when I played AD carry. I can stand where it would have been a little bit too scary to be on an AD, because they're not going to kill me anytime soon. I've got 1600 health. If anything, I'm likely to turn around and kill 2 people. Especially with the amount of farm I'm slowly getting. I don't know what's going on here, so I don't really want to engage this Udyr 1v1. Let's slow him down so he can't support this fight. Maybe we can take this turret, because it looks like our bottom lane just picked up a double. And I can slow him down, and this is going to be a lot of damage coming out of this guy. And we're going to pick up another couple of kills for this. Yeah, I don't need to go help them, they got it. Right guys, you got it? Yeah, there we go.
An enemy has been slain.
Perfect. You see now, even though I'm top lane now, see I'm going to probably lose a turret for that, so let's try and maybe make a push out of this. We just killed Eve and Udyr, so all they've really got is Draven and Alistair to defend, which actually should be enough. Oops, I thought I hit Eve first there. But let's see if they actually defend. I've got my ghost up so I can be a little... yeah, they're there. Be a little bit more pushy, and unfortunately nobody else was able to go up there and defend that turret for me. Would have been good of me to pay attention to that. Now I know that everybody just died middle and jungle, so these two are my only concern, and they're over there, so I should be safe to back right here. Alright, so now I'm going to finish up my Iceborne Gauntlet because it's awesome. Now their Eve is doing decently well, so I'm going to get Merc Treads just in case, and I'm going to pick up another Sight Stone. Or Sight Ward, not Sight Stone. Okay, so just a quick check on everything. Jax is going damage, Udyr's going tank, Draven's going damage, Alistair's not going to be tanky enough, and he's not super fed. So this Jax actually really nice. See, they're going to kill him here. Yeah, okay. Because he's too squishy. He probably needs to pick up some more tank stuff early on. And I can push both of these characters off. They won't be able to chase that guy down. Because I'm doing quite well, so. As you can see, even with a rough start, if you just play patiently, you can sort of turn a lot of that around. And I've really noticed how influential one person can be to the game. I've been like struggling for a long time, but especially, again, switch up my role a little bit and I can see a big change in how much I can affect the game. It also helped, I'll give some shout outs here too. A friend of mine who's actually a really high rated player. He's got like 14 account names, so I don't know what he'd like to be called. But he's been giving me some pointers on trying to get me to kind of boost myself up. And I've watched him, I watched his stats actually while he played an account from Gold 5 all the way up to Platinum. And it was really fascinating to actually see that for myself, to see how somebody can do that. Because I've been struggling to get into Platinum for a while now, and I feel like I'm pretty much on my way. Again, going up a division a day kind of gives you a little bit of confidence. I don't think I want to go in on that, but because that Eve is missing, and I mean Ari's right here, but I don't know where Draven and Alistair are either. They were probably just on the minimap bottom or something, but I wasn't paying enough attention. Yeah, so see, he would have been able to respond to that fight if we'd gone in on it. They've got the turret close and everything, so let me guess, he's going armor? Oh no, he's going both. So they're trying to close in on us, so if we can get our bottom lane up here, we can turn around and fight, which would be awesome because I've got my ultimate up, I've got like, I don't know, my Q stacked to 250. Ooh, that was a good catch. Yes, let's attack the Nasus. He is not fed at all. Back off before this turret kills me. I do have enough damage up right now that they could hurt me pretty bad. Oh, Wither, I love you. Oh, that wasn't a necessary ignite at all. Get this next creep wave in there. The other thing that's cool about Wither is it doesn't really do any damage, so you can actually wither people on the turret and it won't focus you. I'm not really used to having an ability like that. Almost every ability I have always CCs and damages. Yeah, let's get out of there before we dive or do something stupid. So at this point in time, as you can probably tell, unless we get really stupid, we've won the game. So 22 minutes and we've pretty much managed to secure a win. I'm just gonna stack my Q because why not? I just try and always get Q stacks, especially on lane Nasus. On jungle Nasus, it's not as important because you're mostly there for an armor debuff and just to be tanky. But lane Nasus, you want to make sure you're doing lots of damage. So, alright, so next I could start stacking more armor, but honestly, I think it's health time, the way that their team is playing. So, I'll just pick up a bunch of stuff and go for my Warmogs next. Now they're trying to snake a dragon, but that might work. I don't know. This Rammus is doing a good job of kind of preventing them from going all in on it, and we're all going to be there really soon, so I think they're going to get it. especially if they have Smite up, which they better than Nasus, right? This Rammus could have focused on that a little bit better. There, now I've got enough slow, they can't really do anything to me. Now remember, this Jax is going damage, so he's not a bad target to hit early on. I'm going to go on this because I can. Nasus. Just hit everything and stand near everyone. Do lots of AoE damage from Nasus. Ta-da, now the Graves is really fed. Now we should go take this middle inhibitor because we killed basically their whole team. Oh, there we go. Game's over. So, there you go. There you have it. There's me playing top lane. I'm sure that everyone's going to critique how horrendously bad I am at whatever it is that I'm doing, but it's tough to win every game. It's really a pain, and if you... Holy crap, these new icons are annoying. So basically, my motto... Yeah, this thing doesn't work very well anyways. My motto is to try and play passively long enough that I can take the advantage, because Nasus eventually outscales almost everybody in the lane, but he's so weak early on that if you let them get far enough ahead in CS or kills, you're never gonna outscale them. They're gonna be able to beat you forever. So once I got that double kill, it was like, okay, that's pretty much it, because I'm hitting the point where I'm gonna outscale you if we were 0-0 anyways, and I get to stack a double kill on top of that. You're gonna have a rough time. So, as you can see, pretty decent farm. My CS wasn't exactly amazing because I did get camped pretty heavily in the beginning, but I actually feel like showing off a game where, like, how do you react to getting camped? You know, you just kind of sit on your turret, keep the lane pushed in. You can, if you don't auto-attack creeps a lot and you just last hit them at the last second, you won't push your lane out very well, and the other person will generally hit the creeps and kind of give it a little bit of push, especially in the gold tier. I'm sure around diamond and stuff, people switch that up and they kind of see what you're doing and they don't want you to be able to sit in your turret, but you can control that pretty well. So play safe, mute people when they're annoying you, and just, I don't know, I hope you guys enjoy the commentary to kind of tell you what's going on. I'll keep rambling and making these videos as long as you guys keep watching them. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Oh yeah, I gotta click the button, turn this off, don't I? And alright, now I'll catch you next time.